How can a taco be this good? I just don't get it. Man.
All right, tacos al pastor. Probably one of the most well-known taco preparations anywhere. It's certainly one of the most popular in Mexico City, where almost every street corner has a stand that has a big spit full of pork, and they're just cutting off of that thing all night. And they're open until like 2 a.m. It's juicy, it's spicy, it's sweet, it's crunchy. It's basically the go-to drinking food when, you know, you've had medically inadvisable amounts of tequila. It's everything that you need. But what exactly makes it al pastor? Al pastor actually has its origins in a Middle Eastern preparation called shawarma. You take meat, you cut it really thin, you marinate it, and then you put it on a spit and rotisserie it, cut off what you want when you need it. That came over to Mexico. Pork was substituted for, you know, chicken, lamb, whatever was traditionally used, and a chili adobo was used as the marinade. Pretty much in the century since it originally came to Mexico, it's become one of the most popular tacos. So in honor of Cinco de Mayo, I want to show you guys how to make them. Okay, so the marinade's actually pretty simple. It's just a mixture of chilies, like Guajillo chilies here. I'm gonna throw some Ancho just to create a base of that chili flavor. And then I'm gonna put some other stuff, oregano, and I'll put some cumin, which cumin is actually a crucial ingredient because it's a Middle Eastern spice, and this has roots in Middle Eastern cooking, so gotta have cumin. We're gonna put some tomato in there. We're gonna put a little bit of onion, garlic, some orange juice. Oh, and the other thing I'm gonna put in is pineapple syrup, because when you have it in Mexico City is they put pineapple on top and on the bottom of the spit. It's a flavoring agent. It's just nice to have some pineapple with it. Oh, and I'll put measurements for everything down in the description so that if you guys want, you can follow along. All right, let's get started. So the first step in processing chilies is to take out all of the seeds. Now, you don't have to take out the seeds, but it will be spicy, like really spicy. So if you take out the seeds, you get like all that chili flavor, but it's not overwhelmingly spicy. After we take out the seeds and we take off the stems, we're going to toast the chilies. 2 reasons why we're gonna toast the chilies. It helps to bring out the flavors a little bit and just make the chilies, you know, grind a little bit better. The second reason is because chilies are pretty disgustingly filthy on the outside, and so we just, you know, we wanna make sure that we're serving something that's clean. First step, I'm gonna take the seeds out of all these chilies. Also, I have to say, really wash your hands well after doing this, because the oils from these guys are gonna get all over your hands. You're gonna touch your eye. It's a bummer, trust me. So while the chilies are in the oven, we're gonna get everything else ready. This right here is the pineapple syrup that I made. This is gonna make it super al pastor. So it smells like the chilies are already done, which they shouldn't take very long, just until they're aromatic, so it's just a couple of minutes, and they're gonna get some color too. Oh yeah, look at the color on those. All right, so we're just gonna let those chill for a second while we get everything else ready. This right here is called Achiote paste. Basically what's gonna make it red. All right, we got our chili adobo ready to go. Now we just have to cut up our pork. Pro tip, try to buy pork shoulder that doesn't have bone in it. That way you don't have to take it out. But yeah. Pork shoulder blade, at least I hope, because this is supposed to be a pork shoulder, so. I'm just gonna go through now and trim up a little bit of this fat. I'm actually gonna keep the fat so that when we cook, we're gonna use the actual lard to cook in. Okay, now I'm just gonna cut this thing up into like little tiny strips. So continue that time-lapse shot, yeah? All right, that's pretty much it. We're just gonna let these marinate overnight, and then tomorrow we will have soul-bendingly good tacos al pastor. I'll see you in 24 hours.
The next day.
Oh yeah. Ooh, yes. It's ready. It's been 24 hours. The al pastor is ready to go. Oh man. It's like, oh, that scent is just, it's not for children, okay? Like I said yesterday, I don't have a spit to roast these on. Pretty much nobody but al pastor stands do. Anyway, so instead what I'm gonna do to get that kind of crispy outside while still making sure it's not overcooked on the inside is I'm gonna use a cast iron skillet. And that's gonna basically let us get that, you know, really quick sear on the outside, get that Maillard reaction going, and get all that crispy brown goodness that we all know and love. While the cast iron's getting heated up, I'm gonna prepare some other stuff to put on top of the tacos. Most important is gonna be this guy right here, a pineapple. Traditionally, the pineapple sits on top of the spit, and then it just, you know, cascades juices down over the pork, and it's just, oh man, it's really delicious. Since we can't do that, I'm just gonna cut this guy up, saute it a little bit, and throw it in the taco with the pork. I'm also gonna cut up some white onion, some cilantro. Oh, and of course, lime. Can't have tacos without lime. All right, let's get to it. Story about chiffonade cilantro. I had a sous chef one time have me chiffonade cilantro, and I sucked at it. It was bad. So now, every time I cut cilantro, I practice chiffonade. Save the rind. You can use it to make tepache. Look at that. Pineapple looks tasty. Pineapple's done, so we get to cook the pork now. And here we have it, the tacos al pastor. Not traditional, but still pretty damn tasty. And now we just gotta, you know, oh yeah, just get that lime right over the top of it. Bingo. Oh yeah, that's f***ing delicious. Jesus, that's good. Oh man. All right, there you go. Tacos al pastor in time for Cinco de Mayo. If you guys have any questions or you have suggestions for how I can make this even more delicious, please leave them in the comments down below. I'd be stoked to hear from you guys. If you guys like this video, if you learned something, please go ahead, give it a like. And if you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe. And if you want to share this tacos al pastor goodness with your friends, go ahead and share, because everybody deserves to have some delicious tacos al pastor. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. If you'll excuse me, I have some tacos to eat, so cheers.